Hello everyone, welcome back to Physical Education class 12th. Today we will discuss about chapter number 10, Training in Sports. Last day also I was discussed this chapter topic strength, definition, types and methods of improving strength. But today my new topic is methods to develop endurance. So endurance is the three types: continuation method, interval method and fartlek method. So today explained one by one all. According to this slide, methods to develop endurance. First part is continuous method. So continuous method, this in this method two exercises are done for longer duration without any interval. In this method, the intensity is low because exercise is performed for a long duration of time. In this method, the heartbeat rate remains at 120 to 160 per minute. The total time or for the activity should not be less than 30 minutes. This time duration can be increased according to the need and requirement of the activity and the athlete. This is continuation method. Continuous method can be performed in three ways. First is slow pace continuous method. This method is usually used by cross country runners, and with this method they develop aerobic endurance. In this method, pace or speed is set, duration and distance is long. The duration of the activity is about for 60 minutes to 120 minutes, and distance covered may be 15 to 25 kilometer. Heartbeat in this remains about 130 to 160 beat per minute. Second part is fast pace continuous method. This method is usually used by short distance runners, sprinters, and middle distance runners because these athletes need anaerobic and endurance with speed. It is done with fast speed or pace. The duration of the activity in this method is 10 to 20 minutes, and heart rate beat remain about 140 to 180 per minute. Next point is variable pace continuous method. This method is the combination of fast pace and slow pace methods. In this method, pace or speed keeps on changing from time to time. This method helps to develop aerobic and anaerobic endurance. This method is performed from 25 minutes to 1 hour, and heartbeat remains around 160 to 190 per minute. Next is advantage to continuous training. First is it increase glycogen in a liver and muscles. Second point is it increases number and size of mitochondria. Third is this type of training also greatly improves trainers aerobic fitness because it keeps the body at the oxygen they should while exercising. Fourth point is it is good for heart and for the respiratory system. Fifth point is continuous training can also help trainers lose weight or stay in shape after an injury. Next is disadvantage of continuous training. Respiration and maintenance of levels of activity because boring over time. Second is all through continuous training, improving aerobic fitness, it does very little for anaerobic fitness. Second part is interval training method. Interval training method is a type of training method that involves a series of low the high intensity workouts with rest or relief periods in between. This method is also known as trace training. It is training of heart through endurance training. Vikila, the famous athletic coach of Finland, introduced this method in 1920. This method is based on the principle of effort and recovery. Dr. Waldemar Gracier, a Germany coach trained up with cardiological Dr. Hartwig Rendell to devise a form of repetition training where an athlete would run over a relatively short distance such as 200 meter at a relatively fast pace a number of times. The name of the system, interval training, was because the rest or recovery period between the faster runs was considered the most important and vital part of the training. It is during the interval that the heart adapts, growing larger and stronger. While training in this method, an athlete usually runs a 400-meter race at 80% speed. After completion, he walks or jogs until his heart rate comes down to 120 to 140 beat approximately. He again repeats 400-meter run at 80% speed. The athlete applies this effort the recovery method several times to get maximum result. The various visibles in the interval training methods are: first is distance, second is speed and intensity, third is duration of work or workout, fourth is frequency or number of repetitions, fifth is interval time or duration of rest, sixth is heart rate or pulse, seventh is methods of recovery. By proper manipulation of these variables, workload can be increased or decreased in interval method. Next is types of interval training method. There are two types of interval training methods. First is slow extensive interval method. In this method, first is total distance is 5 to 10 kilometer or 30-minute 1 hour workout. Second is distance in each interval in 300 to 800 meters or 2-minute to 5-minute workout at medium pace. Third is speed of work is 60% to 80% of maximum speed. Fourth is frequency or number of repetitions, 10 to 20 repetitions. Next is fifth, duration of rest 1 to 3 minutes after each repetition. Heart rate is kept around 140 to 180 beat per minute. Seventh is mode of recovery, walk or slow jogging. This method is very effective for developing aerobic endurance. Second point is fast intensive interval method. In this method, first is volume or total distance is 2 to 5 kilometer or 15-minute to 30-minute workout. Second is distance in each interval 80 minutes to 300 meters or 2-minute workout at fast pace. Third is frequency or number of repetition, 15 to 25 repetitions. Fifth is duration of rest, half minute to 2 minutes. Sixth is heart rate 170 to 200 beat per minute. Seventh is mode of recovery. Mode of recovery is walk or slow jogging. These methods develop anaerobic endurance. Next point is advantage of interval training method. So advantage dear, first is this develops high level of aerobic and anaerobic endurance. Second is in less number of days we can develop high level of endurance. Third is it is easy to organize. Fourth is rest and recovery is given important, so less change of fatigue. Fifth is proper overloading can be done. Sixth is effective for every runner and even for players of other sports as well. Last is progress can be measured easily. Next point is disadvantage of interval training method. So first is interval training can take a serious physical toll on the bodies of trainers and changes of injuries are more. Second is it is very easy to overtrain and stress the body while performing interval training, and this can result is in pulled or turn muscles, joint problems, heart excesses, and dehydration. This is disadvantage of interval training method. Third part is fartlek training method. Fartlek method of training was introduced and practiced in Sweden. Fartlek is a Swedish term which means speed play, playing with speed. This training method was first introduced by Gosta Holmer in 1937. It is a type of cross country runners. Fartlek is usually conducted over a hilly region track, and it allows variation in pace. It is one of the best method of conditioning for most of the sports and is used for development of endurance. This training can be performed at hilly path, river bed, forest, muddy road, and sandy path extra. In fartlek, the changes of pace or speed is not per planned, so some exercises can also be included in this method. These exercises may be performed by stopping and running temporarily at different intervals. This type of exercise they can be included along with the running or hopping, jogging, squat jump, double hop jump extras. In this training program, running is decided by setting a time period from 20 minutes to 1 hour according to the standard of the athlete or runner. Time period is the basic factor in this training. Since no attention is paid to the variation of speed, the trainee can change his pace according to his capacity and need. This is fartlek trainers. Next is examples of fartlek training method. According to this picture also, total duration of 45 minutes. Second is heartbeat 140 to 150 beat per minute. Warm up easy running for 5 to 10 minutes. Study hard speed for 1.5 to 2.5 kilometer. Recovery repeat walking for about 5 minutes. Start of speed work, easy running in interspersed with sprints of about 50 to 60 meters, 160 to 200 feet approximately, repeated until a little tried. Easy running with 3 or 4 quick steps, now and then, uh, simulation suddenly speeding up to avoid being overtaken by another runner. Full speed uphill for 175 to 200 meter, 570 to 660 feet approximator. Next is fast pace for 1 minute. The whole rotation is then repeated until the total time participated on the training scheduled has elapsed. Next is advantage of fartlek training. First is it is an off-season training method what is very useful in developing endurance in athletes. Off-season means after closing tournaments, all international national players. Next is it has a psychological advantage over the other trainers methods because the changing schemes helps in delaying fatigues. Third is it is the best method to improve endurance in sports where endurance is basic requirement, that is cross country runners. Fourth is balancing adjustments of ankles, knees, and thighs, improving due to the uneven surface. Next is it is easy to adapt. Next is it is flexibly in nature. Seventh is it makes the body versatile due to sprinting intervals. Next is no equipment is required. Next is more number of athletes can take part. Last is good aerobic and anaerobic fitness is developed. Last is disadvantage of fartlek training. First point is the changes of injuries are more due to uneven track. Second is it is difficulty for causes to supervision the activities. Third is the experience of actual running on the track is absent. Few times injury chances also. Thank you very much, students. Any student who feel any doubt or any query, they can call me. And again, we will discuss new topic, same chapter, next topic. Thank you and have a nice day.